In today's video, we are going to be doing our final regular season predictions of the NFL season of 2025. It's 2026 now. It is week 18. Here are my predictions. Before we get into this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you miss one of my videos. We're on the road to 2K subs. Also, TreyDOGaming will be opening soon on my gaming channel. Link is in the description below. We're on the road to 200 subs there, so make sure to give us a subscribe if you haven't. Be part of the Golden Dogs Club by subscribing to both channels. Also, go join my Discord. It's also in my description below. Go follow my Dallas Cowboys report on Instagram. Last Dallas Cowboys game of the year, we're predicting it in this video as well. Here we go with the picks. Alright, so my record is 164-89. If you want to go back and look, it was the Week 7 Commanders-Cowboys game I messed up on. So that is my record, 164-89. Not like it really means one game. I mean, like, it would have to be the tiebreaker for me being, like, the top of the nation. But look, I'm 132. And I was in 116, but I'm at 91% tie. That's pretty good. I'm doing pretty well this year. 164-89, 163-90, whatever you want to say. Alright, we're going to start with the Panthers and the Buccaneers. If you have not seen my scenarios videos, actually, let me take a look and see if I have my scenarios video already posted. Okay, it is not posted yet. Okay, I'm going to keep it here while I'm doing this video. But it has my scenarios and all that. This is the NFC South battle. Winner, not necessarily will go to the NFC South, but the Panthers will if they win. And the Bucs win, they have to rely on the Saints to beat the Falcons. And so that's going to be harder for the Buccaneers to win. Tampa Bay's playing at home. Going up against the Panthers. Panthers look rough on the road, usually, and it's a division game. I do see Tampa getting this win, but I don't see them getting the division. I just think it'll kind of play out like that. I think they will win it. Look, Tampa's had their issues, but I think they'll kind of maybe turn around here at home in the possibly last game of the year. They'll go to 8-9 and all that. It'll probably be a losing record going into the division with one of these teams. But the Buccaneers, I think, get the win here. Moving on, the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Winner will take the #1 seed and the NFC West. It's kind of crazy because I thought the Rams would. But Seattle lost to the Niners last time. It was Week 1 in Seattle. This time it's going against a really good offense versus a really good defense. Could be, in fact, like last game as well. I'm going to take Seattle in this one. They lost last time. I think it's just, I don't think there's going to be a sweep. I think Seattle's defense, I honestly say, could give a good stop to that Niners offense. And I think that Seattle offense will be good enough to go up against the Niners banged up in young defense. I'm going to take Seattle in this one. I think they're going to get it with the 1 seed and the NFC West. Moving on, the Saints and the Falcons. I did already say that I would pick the Falcons in this one because I think they would. The Saints are on a roll, but so are the Falcons. I don't think the Saints defense will be able to stop Bijan. I think it'll probably be probably not as far apart it was when the Falcons played the Saints before. It'll be closer. I think Atlanta takes this one. Hey, the Saints, they could have definitely something going on for next year. And same with Atlanta, but I don't know. Raheem Morris is still, who knows what his situation will be next year. He'll probably still be on the team, but that's up to them. I don't honestly, I think he's had some, I think there's reasons to fire him, but I think there's also reasons to give him a little more time. We'll probably have to see next year. But the Falcons, they take care of this one, end the season off 8-9, and I think I'll put the Panthers in the playoffs. Browns and Bengals. Bengals have been pretty good on offense lately, and even though the Browns' defense, Myles Garrett's trying to get that sack record, even though that the Bengals' defense struggles, they're not good this year, and like they have been in the past, and the Browns' offense is bad. You have to take that in consideration, and you have to say, well, Cincinnati's offense, we've seen the Cleveland Browns defense be like, hey, we're going to play really well, and then we're going to say, okay, then they're going to they can't do anymore because their offense won't do anything, and then eventually the Bengals teams just score. So the Bengals win this game. They're at home. I think they'll sweep the Browns this year. All right, Packers and Vikings. The Packers are, in fact, playing their backup. In fact, I think it's their third-string quarterback. They have some guys out, I think, too. Minnesota's been on a roll. They're at home. I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. They're also favored. I'm going to take Minnesota in this one. They've actually done pretty well lately the past 2 years on Week 18 picks. I'm going to take Minnesota in this one. I'm going to go 9-8. Now, if you look back at my predictions at the beginning of the year, I had both teams finishing the season 9-8. About a month ago, it didn't look like that be the case. Probably more than a month ago, probably about 2 months ago, it did not look like that would be the case. You know, the Vikings were sitting like 4-8. They were doing bad. The Packers were rolling. Yeah, I mean, they were. I didn't look like it would be that. But now, even with the win from Green Bay and a loss from the Vikings, that's pretty close. You put you 10-6-1 for the Packers and put you 8-9 for the Vikings. Vikings are really close, and the Packers is only maybe that 1 second away, away from being 1 game away when they play Dallas. Vikings, I think, take this one, and this one I think they would have contained that Packers offense. That's had that. I think they don't have the quarterback. They don't have the starting quarterback. I don't even think Willis is playing. Is he? I don't think Willis is playing, because if he is, maybe you could see them playing in this game. Let me see if Malik Willis is playing against the Vikings. Let's see. He's questionable apparently. Malik. Okay, so at the end of the game, week 18. Let me see. We'll questionable shows up. It's questionable, but I think the Vikings are kind of rolling, and the Packers defense has been struggling. Yes, they could be. They're playing, I think, Brosmer, but it was the Lions were the same way last week. So we're gonna take Minnesota in this one as well. No matter, I think it'll be more of a defensive game for these two teams. Dallas and New York. It's an obvious with Dallas. I don't think they'll lose to New York. Backups or no backups. Now, say Jackson Dart's had some pretty good times against some teams who played pretty well this year. This defense could suck, but don't think Dallas will lose to New York. I don't think New York, no matter what it is, Dak in the offense will probably do enough just to win. And I honestly think that was also Russell Wilson. I'm not saying Jackson Dart won't do it, but I think they've been a little inconsistent lately. And, well, I think it could be a close game. I just think it'll be enough for the Cowboys to get the win, even if it's a close game because the defense sells. I think it'll be fine. I think they'll still have the receivers anyways, too. I think we'll still have, like, Lamb, Pickens, and all out there in the whole game. Who knows? I don't know how much Dak will play. Probably if it's a close game, maybe he'll play the whole game. But if it's not, maybe we'll see. We'll just see. I'm still taking Dallas. Tennessee and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's trying to fight for the AFC South. Possible '1 seed. Their stars will be in. I think it could maybe be close at first. Who knows? Or Jaguars will do like last time, pull away the whole time. Jaguars easily should win this game. The Colts are putting in Riley Leonard. Poor Colts, man. I thought they could win the Super Bowl. But now they're 8-8 after being 7-1. Texans, though, they're on a roll. Haven't lost since being 3-5, whichever that loss was. I think the Jacksonville game that kind of turned their season, the comeback that turned their season around. It flipped the script and took them to 11-5. This should be a pretty good win for the Texans here against the Colts. Their defense has been amazing this year too. I think they'll hold Riley Leonard on that offense that used to be rolling the best to a limited amount of points. Houston will take care of business. Jets and Bills. Look, Buffalo doesn't have Josh Allen in this game, but I don't see the Jets winning. I don't. I just don't see the Jets winning. I can't bet on the Jets. I don't care if the Packers. I'm not betting on the Jets. No way I'm betting on the Jets. Now the Lions taking on the Bears. Bears, haven't heard anything about them putting their starters out. They lost last time bad. They're playing at home. Ben Johnson's playing against his old team. Lions are kind of down on a downfall. I think that offense is pretty good, but I think I think they'll do some damage, but then also you're playing against a good Bears defense. And then that Bears offense will probably torture a struggling Lions defense. Give me the Bears in this one. Chargers or Broncos? Broncos, the odds are so high for Denver because Justin Herbert, Amar and Hampton, some others are not playing in this game, and Denver's home. They'll get the 1 seed most likely, and this should be easy one. Chiefs, I'm never going to bet for the Raiders. No way. Chiefs, even with CJ, he didn't even play that bad against the Broncos. One of the best defenses. The Chiefs will win this game easily. Rams are apparently playing their stars, but Bay's determined. Hopefully that doesn't mean Stafford will break Dak's, or not break, but pass Dak in the passing stat leader. Trying to get the crown. That's really the only thing I'm trying to look for, and hopefully maybe Dallas will win, because it really doesn't do anything with our draft stock, I don't think. Rams should win this one, go 12-5, and we'll probably get probably the 6th seed in this one. Because Packers already locked up the 7th seed. All right, Dolphins and the Patriots. Patriots, I think they're going to be playing their starters because they're fighting for a 1 seed here. Broncos could somehow lose, and if they do, Patriots with a win will take it. It looks like it will probably be Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars in this one. I don't think these will be. I think there's just too easy of wins for the Broncos. For the Broncos, I think it's the 1 seed. Patriots to win this one. Dolphins maybe they'll come back eventually. 7-9. They'll be most likely 7-10 for the 2nd year in a row. And they had a good team at one time, and then I think too, it's just those concussions got to him. Mike McDaniel wasn't as coaching as good anymore. The defense struggled, and that's just the season they've had. Patriots take the victory in this one. Eagles or the Commanders in this one. The Commanders definitely have a shot at winning this. I think the Eagles definitely. I think they are playing their starters. Let me see. Are the Eagles playing their starters in Week 18 against the Commanders? Oh, they're resting many key starters. Okay. That's right, they are. This is a tough one. Because the Commanders, I mean, they're playing. You know what? I'm having a little fun here. I don't like the Eagles. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to pick the Commanders in this one. I want to see how this goes. I want to see if I can get this right. Look, I don't think one game is going to mess us up at all. Commanders, I think, take this one. They take a victory. They get the game against the Eagles. Throw it out there. I know their team isn't really that good, but it is what it is. I don't like the Eagles. I'm going to throw it out there just for funsies. I'm going to take the Commanders just a little risky. That is the 3:25 game. Then the 7:20 game between the Ravens and the Steelers. Derrick Henry, they are using him now. And this is against a struggling Steelers defense. Tyler Huntley is coming in. He's still actually pretty good. This defense struggled a little bit last week against Malik Willis. So could against the Steelers. But the Steelers offense, they've had some trouble. They've gotten some good wins, and they haven't. It looks like the Steelers are just destined to be 9-8, 8-8. I'm going to pick the Ravens to go. They'll find a way to get to the playoffs. It seems like I'm going to put 6-7. Why the Saints-Falcons game? Why the Saints? You know what? 41 sounds more reasonable. 41. That's going to be the new one. 6-7 will only be 25. But those are my picks. Recap here. Buccaneers over the Panthers. Seahawks over the Niners. Falcons over the Saints. Bengals over the Browns. Vikings over the Packers. Cowboys over the Giants. Jaguars over the Titans. Houston over the Colts. Bills over the Jets. Bears over the Lions. Broncos over the Chargers. Chiefs over the Raiders. Rams over the Cardinals. Patriots over the Dolphins. Commanders over the Eagles. And Ravens over the Steelers in this one here in Week 18. Well, my picks, I can trust them. They've been pretty good this year. 163-90. You can say 164-89 as well, because that one pick done pretty dang well this year. My friend's beating me, and the thing is, he doesn't even watch as much football. I don't know why I didn't really make a group this year. Last year I actually made a group and had quite a bit, had like 10 people in it. Or no, that was probably another one. That was my playoff one. I think I had some less people in it last year. But my playoff one, I've had groups before, like tournament ones. I've had some bigger ones, fantasy football. I've had my own leagues, so there have been fun leagues this year. Obviously, some people know that I've done that, so I've had fantasy football leagues myself. But yeah, that somehow I'm losing them. I really don't know how, but I am. But it was a fun time picking in this year in football picks. Gonzaga escaped losing to their conference conference game against the University of Seattle. But did pretty well in picks this year. Kind of go a little recap of my records. So first week I went 9-7, then 11-5, then 10-6, and then 10-5, and then 6-8, then 9-5, then 12-3, then 10-3. Then 9-5, then 8-5, then 10-5, then 11-3, then 9-7, then 7-7, then 9-7, then 13-3, then 10-6, and then 0-0 this week. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching Dog Squad. I'll see you next time. Enjoy Week 18. Peace. Dog Squad. I actually want to beat my friend in that trying to beat him out and get first place. I won't have a chance at that. I'm gonna pick Philadelphia. I did forget they have Tanner McKee in that there, and I think they got some guys that can beat him. They did struggle last time to almost beat them, but this time they're at home. I honestly do see them getting this win against the Commanders. Week 18. I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win this game. Just to play it safe. In this one, I'm trying to beat him out. And even if he gets it right, then, well, even if he gets it wrong, cancels out. Doesn't matter. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching the Squad. Peace.